Welcome back. Today we are going to go over inserting a video into PowerPoint. Before I actually insert the video, I want to go over the two different methods that you can use for putting a video into your PowerPoint. Method 1, the video is downloaded on your computer and is located in your files. So what that means is you have either downloaded this video from YouTube, you have downloaded this video from another source, you have maybe used your phone to take some video and uploaded that video to the computer and want to put that as part of your PowerPoint, or you have recorded video on some other device like a digital camera or maybe an Xbox or whatever it is. But in this situation, the files are downloaded and on your computer. Method 2, the video is on YouTube or on another site and is not downloaded on the computer. So you do not have access to this video's file. You are pulling it from the internet and you want to include it on your PowerPoint. Now, there are pros and cons for both of these things. I'm going to go over the pros for method 1 first. The pros, you don't need internet access. In method 2, if you do not have internet access, then your video is not going to play. In method 1, the video becomes part of your PowerPoint and it doesn't matter if you have the internet or not, it will always play. Another pro of method 1 is that sometimes computers have different versions of PowerPoint, sometimes some things just not working correctly, and the video won't play. In method 1, you have the actual file where you can go to it and play it separately, and you don't really have to worry about that issue happening to you. The cons, it becomes a large file, your PowerPoint, when you put the video in using method 1, and it can take longer to load and not work properly on some computers. And also you have to have the file in your possession on your computer, on your USB, in order for this to work. The pros for method 2, where the video is on YouTube or some other site, it's a small file size. So you won't have a problem loading it up on slower computers as you would during method 1. You also don't need access to the video, so you don't have to have the file downloaded or located somewhere on your computer. The cons for method 2 is you must have access to the internet. This can get very tricky because sometimes the internet will work in one classroom, but it's really slow in another classroom, or the firewall may go nuts and decide to block it on that particular day. So you have to be very, very careful with method 2. I would recommend having, some sort of backup just to talk about the video in case it doesn't working if you use method 2. Because there is no backup plan. You can't go to the file and play it as a video as you can with method 1. And I'm going to demonstrate some of these pros and cons during the video as we're going along. Warning. I've got to give you this warning before I show you this. Be careful when you use videos and adhere to all copyright laws. Copyright laws are very similar to the plagiarism laws that we teach you guys. It's illegal to take someone else's work without giving credit to them. Normally this isn't a problem because we're in an education setting, but you should get used to it now. If you take somebody else's videos and you claim they're yours, or you don't give credit or something like that, you could get in quite a bit of trouble. So it's a good practice to start doing it now, and I'll show you a very simple way to do that to make sure that everything's going to go smoothly and you're not doing anything illegal. Alright, so let's go ahead and go into actually inserting some videos. We are going to do method 1 first. In order to do that, I need to make a new slide. I'm going to right click, go to new slide, click it, and I have my new slide. Now I want this video to take up the entire slide. So I'm going to delete this, delete that. So now I have the entire slide to work with. And actually, before I do this, I'm going to save my PowerPoint in order to show you something with the size. And I've already saved it, so that's why it's showing up here, but I'm going to go ahead and save over it. Yes. Alright, so now my PowerPoint is saved. I'm going to go to where my PowerPoint is located. You'll notice that the video I'm about to put in is also located in the same folder, and I do that just to keep things nice and tidy. I'm going to click on my PowerPoint. I'm going to right click on it, go to Properties, and I want you to take a look at this line right here. The size is 122 kilobytes. That's a pretty small file size for a PowerPoint. Usually they have pictures and all kinds of fancy formatting text and stuff like that. But I want you to remember this number, 122 kilobytes. Let me click OK, get out of here, and let's go back to inserting the video. So what I need to do is I need to go to Insert, Video. This is method 1, so the video is on my PC. I'm going to click it. The video shows up. If I were to go to Documents, my folder, my video shows up right here. It's called What's Education For? And I'm going to click Insert, and voila, like magic, my video shows up. I can drag the little handlebars to make it a little bit smaller and put it exactly where I would like to. Notice PowerPoint inserts some default controls. I have a volume button, I have fast forward, play, and things like that. Just to let you know that it works, I'm going to hit play.
Everyone agrees that education is hugely important.
And you can hear it playing. I can skip through the video and all those kinds of things. What it would look like in full screen view is we're going to go to full screen view. I got to switch this because I'm using two monitors. There we go. So here's the previous slide. This is what the next slide would look like, and I press the play button.
Everyone agrees that education is hugely important.
And my video is showing up. So that's great. That's wonderful. That is method 1. Pretty simple, pretty easy. Now for method 2. I'm going to make a new slide using Control M. Again, I have this stuff in the way. I don't want it. I'm going to delete it. And method 2. Method 2 is inserting a video when you do not have the file saved on your computer. I'm going to go to Insert, Video, Online Video. Now, here's a warning, another warning. I'm going to search for this on YouTube, Education. That's what I used. You can't preview the videos when you search like this. There's our video right there, just because I knew what it was called and we know what knows what it looks like. But if you're looking for a video to put on your PowerPoint and you don't already know what it is, you do not want to use this option. I repeat, do not do what I just did. The better way to do this is you go to YouTube and you find your video first, and then you can use it. Then we can take it from here and put it on PowerPoint. And I'm going to show you how to do this. You have your video here. There are 3 buttons: Add to, Share, and More, located under this little section right here that tells you the video title and stuff like that. I'm going to click Share. Notice there are 3 options. One's called Share, Embed, and Email. You want to choose the Embed option. As I choose the Embed option, notice it has this text highlighted for me. If you ever took my class before or stay in here, you'll recognize that as HTML script. I'm going to right click, copy. Notice it is already selected, so I don't need to touch anything. In fact, if I were to left click, it were to mess it up because it's not selected. So I need it to be selected. Right click, copy. I'm going to go back to PowerPoint. I'm going to go to Insert, Video, Online Video. From a video embed code, I have that text, that HTML script copied. I'm going to click here, right click, and paste it. Notice that it shows up. You can see iframe width 560. If I go back here, that's what it started with, iframe width 560. I'm going to click the little arrow, and after a few moments, my video shows up. Now you're probably saying, but Mr. Tapia, it's black. There's nothing on there. I can't see anything. I know. You just have to trust it. I'm going to go into slideshow. We're going to go from the beginning. I have to switch this every time I do this. Alright, so here's that slideshow. This slide is the video we just inserted. Notice I have to click the play button. I'm going to click the play button.
Everyone agrees that
This is the video from our file. If I go to the next slide, notice it takes a second to load. That's because it's going out to the internet, grabbing that video, and bringing it back into YouTube. If I play it, it'll play. I need to turn on the sound.
hugely important.
Notice the YouTube controls. It is literally pulling the entire thing from YouTube and putting it on to your PowerPoint. Now, as I said before, there are some cons to this, and I will go ahead and give you the con now. I am going to exit the slideshow. I'm going to disconnect my computer from the internet. So I pulled out my Ethernet cable. It's no longer connected to the internet. I'm going to go back to slideshow from the beginning. Switch monitors. Notice the video from our computer is still playing. I'm going to go to the next slide. It's blank. It's blank. And it will continue to be blank. Let me go back to slideshow. I want to see if it'll do it. Sometimes it'll do it, sometimes it won't. But it's not going to load. It will not play. It can't get out to the internet and pull that video back. So that's what I was talking about. That's part of the cons to this video, to this method. Now, if I did it from a file, it still works. Not only that, but let's say for some reason your file can't play in the slideshow. As a backup plan, you can always go to where your file is located and
Everyone agrees that education is
play it as a normal video. So there it goes. I want to go back to something real quick. If you remember, I need to say this. If you remember that 122 kilobytes that my file size was, if I go back to this now, I go to Properties, the file size is now 32.9 megabytes. If you're not familiar with the megabyte to kilobyte or the kilobyte to megabyte, it is roughly 300 times larger in size. That is because, got a message there. That is because this video is now included in that PowerPoint. If I delete this video, which you really wouldn't want to do because you always want to have a backup. Anyways, I've deleted it. I can still play the video
Everyone agrees that
from my PowerPoint. It is now part of that PowerPoint, and it makes the file size quite a bit larger. But it does have some definite advantages over the internet method, because you see I can't play it. It's not going to load, and it won't load. One more thing before I leave you. In order to protect yourself, to make sure you give credit to the video creator, you want to go to Insert, Text Box. You can put a little text box under the video, and you can say, this video is credited to. I'm going to go back here. The School of Life is the YouTube channel. School of Life. That way you say, hey, this isn't my video, it's credited to somebody else, and you don't have any problems with copyright. You can also do a couple of other things, which I'm not going to go over because this video is already long enough. If you click on this, there are some things you can change about your video. Notice this Video Tools tab comes up after you click on the video. So I encourage you to check that out. You can do some really cool stuff with that and make that exactly how you need.